Alright guys, so here we are once again for another episode of the F1 2006 Career Mode Championship, episode number 7 for the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh yeah, it's Monaco baby, you know, when we come to this racetrack, we're always in for an entertaining episode, so what I think might happen is we'll either win it or possibly bin it, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to give it my all, and hopefully this one can be the one where we get that illustrious race win on hard difficulty. Looking at the points table now, you can see we're down in P7 on 15 points. If we were to get a race win today, that would bump us up to position 5 potentially and put us on 25 points. 5 points in front of Button if he doesn't finish. So there's every chance if we do win this race, then maybe we could get inside the top 5. That would be absolutely awesome, but I'm not going to put any kind of external pressure on myself. I'm just going to do the best job I can and see where we end up at the end of the day. The constructors standings, Red Bull, we're still in P5. Toyota moved up to P6, but looks like it's going to take them a few races to catch up to us if they are to score some points, that is.
Welcome to Monte Carlo for Saturday's 1-hour qualifying session.
Oh, that is exactly what I want to see. This is my first lap, and I already feel in the groove here at this track. It's good signs early on. Up to the line, we set a 1:12.1. There is absolutely no reason for us to go out and set any more laps than that. That is a sweet lap. Guys, come and catch me. I'm 1.8 seconds clear in Q1. Well, that's one way to make a statement, isn't it? Set the world on fire and then blow up your front left tire. That's the way to go about it. We've done it again. I've actually done that again. What am I playing at today? Graze the wall at the exit of the back. That's exactly what you want. And that should be it. That is the end of the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying. We basically stormed that by a long way.
So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this.
So if this qualifying session is anything to go by, it's proof there that we are blisteringly quick. However, my one downside is that I crashed a couple times over the course of those qualifying sessions. So we've got to minimize that crap for the race. We've got to be consistent. Park the bus if I need to. But with that pace, I don't feel like I'll need to park the bus. I'll just need to be... Got to keep a cool head. Got to keep it consistent and bring this home to the finish. It's time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Here we are then in Monte Carlo for what we hope will be another action-packed Monaco Grand Prix. A good grid position here is vital, as the tight street circuit makes overtaking very difficult indeed. You have pole.
Bloody hell, Brundle! That was a change in tone. He was just going. He was describing the setting very calmly, and then all of a sudden he goes, "You have pole! Oh my goodness me! I've finally woken up on this game now because you've actually done well." Bloody hell! Even for me, that was a bit far-fetched. But either way, we're off for the formation lap, and please let us. This is our moment to win our first race in this 2006 Career Mode Championship on hard difficulty. This would go a long way towards cementing a good position in this championship. Let's go. Oh, you dickhead. That wasn't me, by the way. The game was auto-steering into the wall. So thank you, game, for trying to ruin my race, even though I had absolutely no control there. Wee-woo! Wee-hee-hee-hee-hee! Hey, you dickhead! Stop putting me in the wall! If you guys don't know, on this game, F1 Championship Edition almost like auto-steers your car if you stop doing anything. But Monaco, since the walls are so tight, it actually steers for you. And there's almost literal to note, I was steering away from the fucking barrier there, but the game insists on me going into them. Can you please not? Alright, here we go. This is going to be the longest wait to get this race underway. Starting from pole position, your tyres are going to cool out so much. Look at our front tyre temps. Literally nothing. But the rears, however, they're fully heated up. So It's going to be a massive difference in the grip levels between the front and the rear tyres. Either way, 10 red lights. Let's get this Monaco race underway, and away we go. I felt like I bogged down a little bit off that start, but either way, very short run into turn 1. We maintain the lead from Massa, Michael Schumacher, Alonso, and Fisichella rounding out the top 5. Dream start. So, I was going to say dream start so far. Albers is in the wall, or he's had some kind of issue. They're all tangled up at turn 1.
Serious enough to warrant his retirement, but still, a setback for him. Weber was the other car involved in that. Incredibly, there doesn't look to be any damage.
Listen to this amphitheater going through the tunnel. Just echoes and booms through my headset. It is so loud. Sometimes over the course of the season, I scream at the engineer for talking too much. Problem is, I've got my earphones going directly into my PC monitor, and the thing is, I can't change the volume that comes through my earphones, and it's like ridiculously loud. So I'm listening to this game at like 1 billion decibels, and when the engineer talks, I literally can't hear myself think. That's why I get quite angry when F1 game engineers talk too much. Either way, first lap is done. I'm talking about engineers, tyre temperatures, the lots. I'm having a Sunday drive here while leading the Monaco Grand Prix. The gap is 1.4 seconds to Felipe Massa. Oh, shit. That's the last thing you want to see. Oil flags. Lift off and coast. If anything is going to destroy us in this race, it's going to be like oil and debris, whatever, on the racing line, and it's going to send me straight into a barrier. Like, the worst place you probably want that is like the very fast section in the 3rd sector, coming up to the final chicane. Like, there is, like, literally the thinnest part of the track, and there's, like, literally no margin for error, so I can imagine a very poorly placed bit of oil could KO my entire race here.
There's mayhem around Casino.
Shock.
Today, and he's not happy with
AI are dropping like flies today.
as well. Looks like his front wing has taken some damage.
Oh, more oil. It's like a double whammy here in this Monaco Grand Prix. Cars are getting knocked out by the barriers and the proximity of them, and just how lack of room there is. But also, the reliability isn't that great in 2006, so that's also claiming some cars as well. Possibly adding to the attrition rate of cars crashing. So, it's just a bit of a survival game at the moment. In the initial few laps, Massa was quite quick, but it looks like we're stretching our legs a little bit in these last 2 or 3. More oil. Nice and slow. Oh, there's the debris. Bloody hell. See, the track is so dark. I actually felt like I slipped on some oil there. The track is so dark that sometimes if the oil flags aren't displayed, you're going to get hit with oil and you're not going to see it coming. So that's also something to watch out for. Sometimes, yeah, there is oil on the track, and sometimes the marshals won't warn you about it, so... just thinking of every possibility of me getting DNF'd in this race. It's all I've got to think about at the moment. Oh! My goodness me. My life just flashed before my eyes there.
Going for your stop at the end of this lap. Your stop is at the end of this lap.
Yep, thank you, Red Bull. Please, have the tyres ready for me this time. Don't screw over another Australian, please. And here we go. We can tick another box. We have made it to the pit stop. Now, this is going to be the most important pit stop of the year. No talky-talky. Get this right, Ben. Please, do not screw this up. Alright, a little bit conservative there. I didn't want to stuff it up like I did previous rounds, where I dropped 3 seconds because I got one button wrong, but we rejoined. Pretty safe pit stop there. Don't cross the pit exit line otherwise. There we go, okay. If you cross the pit exit line, you get done with a like a slowdown penalty, like for cutting corners. So, luckily for us, there was no one following us on the exit of that pit exit, because we would have got nailed by a car, because AI go like maniacs through that pit exit. Look back at my Season 1 in qualifying, I think it was Jensen Button who absolutely destroyed me at that very spot. But either way, we've rejoined in P4. All the other cars in front of us are still yet to pit, so we should maintain the lead of this race once everything shakes out with the pit stops. Alright, there we go. We rejoin in the lead of the race, clearly. So that's good to see. Awesome to see that the overcut didn't work for the AI. We maintain P1. I think Michael Schumacher has jumped Massa for second place.
There's been an incident at turn 1. It's
Really?
a mistake from one of the Toro Rosso drivers. It's speed. It's left
Oh, wow.
the wing with a bit of damage, but the rest of the car looks okay. He'll have to pit and get that nose changed, though. That's the end of his race today, and he will be devastated.
Great. Oil flags. Can you guys keep it clean, please? I've got a race to win here. There's the oil.
That's a great lap time. Faster the race so far.
Thank you. I think I am starting to stretch my legs a little bit, starting to ease the pressure a little bit on myself, and just let this car flow naturally around this racetrack. I've got to say I was very nervous in the first stint especially. Here we go. Last lap of the Monaco Grand Prix. Just to show you guys how much I ease off. I normally take this thing flat in qualifying, but literally through that swimming pool area, it's just all lifting and coasting just to get the nose through there. We've been holding back so much over the course of this race, holding back so much, but now we can let it all out because we're going to win the Monaco Grand Prix, our first race win on hard difficulty on F1 Championship Edition. Get in there! There we go, guys. We have won the Monaco Grand Prix. 5.3 seconds, the difference to Michael Schumacher. Both Ferraris finish on the podium. Those guys are just ever consistent so far this season. I think I could have won that race by over 10 seconds quite easily. But like I said, it was holding back quite a lot. I wanted to get to the end of this race. The points were more important than flexing the muscles in this one, and finally we've got the breakthrough win, and I think with that we're going to move into the top 5 in the driver's standings, and yes we do. We've overtaken Jenson Button, who scores 1 point. We move into P5, Schumacher moves into P3. Very surprising to see Schumacher down in 3rd. However, he did DNF the first race, I believe, so there we go. Breakthrough win. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this episode. May not have been too many overtakes, but man, it was a race that always had me on the edge. I was so nervous over the course of that race, managing so many things. You know, I had guys behind me catching. Massa, he was applying the blowtorch in the opening couple laps. You know, there was always the potential of just putting myself in the wall, let alone with some of the oil and debris flags that came out over the entirety of that Grand Prix. But there we go. We've done it. So there we have it, guys. That is the end of episode 7 of F1 2006 Career Mode Championship, the Monaco Grand Prix. There's an advert to possibly join Toyota. Let's apply for it. Why not? Let's see what happens. I guess you'd have to go off to a testing role or something like that. But we'll see what the result is of that application to Toyota. We have an offer. Wow. Panasonic Toyota Racing would like to offer you the position of first driver. Contract period 11th of the 6th, Season 3, through till the end of the season in Season 3. So that could essentially... I'm not too sure when that would take place. It's the 11th of the 6th right now. Let's see what the date is. So I join them in about 9 days, something like that. If you want me to join Toyota, let me know down in the comments. And also, if you want me to stay with Red Bull, then also let me know down in the comments as well. I want to get your feedback and see which is the best way of going about this. Should I wait and hold off for a better offer from a top team, say a Ferrari, a McLaren, Renault, something like that? Ideally, I'd love to go to McLaren. I feel like they're not quite the very top of the F1 grid, but they're still like close enough for me to have a challenge. So, yeah, very interested to see what you guys make of this. As far as I know, we might have a little bit of time to respond to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and do the next episode for the British Grand Prix. But after that, I am going to hold off on episodes until I see the feedback from this video itself. So your feedback on this video will ultimately decide the fate and the future of this career mode series. It's going to be interesting to see where we go. Toyota, they are a slightly quicker team, and they may be able to provide us with a car that is slightly more consistent, even on some of the weaker tracks. So I'm very eager to see what you guys put down in the comments. And I can't wait to finish off this second half of Season 3 of F1 2006 Career Mode. We are absolutely smashing through the seasons, the episodes on these 2006 videos. I'm just enjoying this series so much, and I hope you guys are too. Until my next video, guys, for the British Grand Prix, probably a home race for a lot of you guys watching as well, who have probably been to Silverstone. I'm massively jealous of you guys who have all been to Silverstone, and I haven't. But yeah, either way, until then, guys, I'll see you next time.